Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM23 Lions. This is episode 43. I sit here on pause to enjoy the view. As much as this game is in need of a graphics overhaul, and one has been promised, and I believe it's on the way. I believe it's why we have seen little to no wait. This game's notorious for little to no upgrades for years. Here's to hoping, though, that the promised new graphics engine is on the way. But in the meantime, I do like this view. This stage is well made. But as we continue on here, or get started, this is the Route of Oman. It's a stage win objective for us, 2.5 stars. We have finally succeeded in an objective for the year and have improved that sponsor confidence after a somewhat slow start. But it's still only February. Speaking of only February, our continued spread of the team over many objectives means we have yet to have an A team in one race, something that we are used to seeing. Put the best riders together and pull out a big result. But here, this team is decently well stacked. It's not quite an A team, but it's definitely a B team and or better, with Samuels to lead it and others. And each and every one of our riders here is at the 99% fitness now. We're far enough into the year that they have built that up. They have prepared themselves. They all have the objective for this race. But it's still just a hair too early in the year that not one of them has actually reached their fitness peak as of yet. Not one. So that's a factor. But that does mean that the entire team has +2s across the board. At least on the expected. Unfortunately, on paper, we did draw -3 today, net as a team, and Samuel's taking the brunt of that. In fact, he has exactly a -3. The entire rest of the team is a neutral 0. Mulebron does have a +5. It's possible that he could have had a +6 or +7 draw, so we're not that far off from neutral here, but Samuels is our best shot. He didn't get the draw, so that part hurts. But we're going to prepare ourselves for a short climb. It's a 3K climb at the end of this one. We're going to wait until about 10K to go and then set up our train, try to get out front, and we'll have a go for it. We do have some guys in good shape, like Mulebron, who's looking at an 80 hills, 79 medium mountain, and as short as climb is, you're not going to need that mountain rating whatsoever. So it's going to come down to medium mountain or hills on this one. We only need a stage victory. It's an easy enough race that we could also potentially contend. So we want to make sure that Samuels doesn't lose time, as he's obviously our main climber, and we could be focused on GC as well. But Mulebron today will be the leader. Samuels, though, still actually looks good despite the -1. His Barrador and downhill rating are all that's affected negatively, just no bonuses like he should have, so he can lead out Mulebron. Henok also has a 79 medium mountain rating, so he's looking really strong for an early portion of the climb. Everybody else is probably going to be used up primarily on the flat, or we're going to be pushing really hard. You've got Arengana, who's probably going to just have to go first, as he is looking pretty weak. Shimway has a decent punchiness to him. Matoni also pretty weak, so we're going to get those two going first on the flat, and then Arab is certainly that guy in between, so we'll set him up as such. And we do want to get out front, so these guys with these weak flat ratings, them pushing 99 really shouldn't be damaging their teammates much at all, and it's not. You can see Arengana is the only one that is being hurt here at the moment, and we are now into that front position, right where we want to be. 7.5K to go. Arengana out of red bar. I'll let him push on just a moment later, but we really don't have to prolong the inevitable much at all here. Tony, all right, now's the time to get him moving, because again, it's the same thing. He's just a little bit better, so Arab is feeling it slightly, but that's it. We're already inside 5K. We're almost to the base of the climb. And we're now going to push a 98, backing off ever so slightly, because now we're starting to climb, and you could feel it in the guys behind. But look how fast that time is coming. 2.3 now. Tony, gotta help break that toe. Got Arab for just another moment. All right, 2.1K remain. 4 guys in the line, which means we really only need 500 meters each out of them. So we will go 96 for Shimway. How's that going to be looking? Go ahead and go 99. Don't bother with the toe, Arab. Just get yourself towards the line. 1.5 up. Hanouk. Your medium mountain, it pushed onto hills for him. So he is... Here's what we're going to do. We're going to drop him to the back, I guess, and then just tell him to go solo. That gives the Shimway a little bit of space, but is that a gap? Sit. Slow down. Shimway is done. 99. We're already down to 600 meters. Mulebron. Samuels. Sprint. Mulebron follow Samuel's sprint for a moment. 500 meters, 400 meters. Now sprint. I think we're going to get our stage, folks. Yes, we are. It's a 1, 2, 3 finish. Yes. Samuels does hang on to Honore. Hard charging. He hangs on just ahead of him. And there you go. We got our stage win on the first go. There are 3 stages overall for this race. We might as well keep on riding, especially, and try to focus for that GC and focus on those points earnings for the year. Big goal, because yes, we want some individuals to score heavy points and see potentially a training structure go up on January 1st for some nations, but we also need to score highly as a team to get into the top 3 Continental Pro, or top 2 or top 1 Continental Pro for this year, so that we can start getting those automatic bids to races, because we don't have it otherwise. I mean, we have what, 2-3 World Tour races this season total? We're a Continental Pro team. We should be able to get into more than that, but we don't have a reputation. And as we are struggling in terms of the actual quality, and our spot in Continental Pro next season isn't even assured, we very much are not expected to suddenly find ourselves competing for a World Tour spot anytime soon. Therefore, if we can hope that we can at least remain Continental Pro, we're going to have to start getting into those World Tour races where the real points are at, where we can start to see those proper gains. So let's keep pushing. Strange stage so far. Breakaway very early on was looking like no one was interested in following it, and that they might have a huge gap in a short amount of time. So a few more riders decided they wanted to attack. So in response, I followed with Mutoni. And Mutoni does make contact with the group, but then the group was not happy about his presence, and so they attacked him. And of course, it was right as we hit some climbs. This is a very short stage, just 120K. And as a result, it blew that front group up a little bit, but they chased hard. And now we're seeing the results of that hard chase. Riders are getting dropped left and right, as ever since we attacked with Mutoni, the field has pushed hard on since that time. So our 3 leaders for the day look like they're going to be isolated sooner rather than later, but we're down to 1 climb at this point on what is considered a punchy stage. We're down to 81 riders. Hanouk are still here, but not by much. I did manage to squeeze in water as I was introducing the stage here as we quickly moved forward. That front group is down to almost nothing now, so it's really on. And our 3 guys, really poor team draw today. We each and every one of our riders is expected to have a +2. What our net is, I have not tried to do the math on as of yet, but I mean, we're looking at a 0, which means a -14 net draw. If I just did the quick eyeing it math. looks like our 5 guys will hang on today as we are, approaching the top on this one. Did Samuels just get... No, there was still one rider left off the front, and then he was 3rd over the top of that. So I suppose that meant he was 4th at that sprint check. Nearly gained a 2nd. Could have used that, but that's okay. All right, we are down to 8K. I'm also down to 5 guys, so we're not really set to win a sprint here or anything, but it looks like we do have an attempted attack by some riders here very late. So Hanok, Arab, Jalop for both. Arab will go, and then Hanok will follow a Shimway, and then Mulebron and Samuels will follow, and we just... I think if we don't respond here, somebody's going to get away and win this stage solo and gain some time, which is definitely not good for the overall, so we are going to have to chase here rather hard. The one who's attacked this time is Devant. Now you're seeing more attacks coming as Arab is nearly spent onto Hanok. Try to break toe behind. It'd be nice if we suddenly got separation from the field and we were the ones to gain time instead of the other way around, but not the case as Corbin Strong is marking us, which makes perfect sense as he is wearing the leader's jersey, the Uno X rider, and we're already down to 2K. Really? That happened fast. Alright, a Shimway. Start sprinting. Mulebron sprinting. And Samuels following it to the line. Corbin Strong's going to win again. He's been winning the sprints quite comfortably. Hopefully he doesn't gain time there. He was about 3 seconds ahead. Samuels gets 4th on the stage. Nearly grabs some bonus seconds. Mulebron also right there in 5th. And we barely catch Devant, who finishes 6th place. One big climbing stage to come right after this one, though. We did negate the strange profile and outcome here. We're up for a big task, though, on the next stage with Lenny Martinez now at 6 stars. Of course, the rider is making a bit of a name for himself at this year's La Vuelta. And oh my, let's talk about that La Vuelta on that next stage. It's stage 5 of 6. Our final climb. We've got a long ways to go until we get there, but I wanted to talk about La Vuelta a little bit as we head that direction. 6.4K, 9.7 average gradient, 14.3% max gradient. It's going to be a tough final climb. It's not a super hard climb. It's only 6.5K, but it's absolutely that mountain rating, that medium mountain rating are going to matter on a stage such as this. We got 90K to go. Let's talk about La Vuelta a little bit. For one thing, it's been an interesting year in cycling. The absolute dominance of Jumbo-Visma this year has been something else. It's really been something else. They've already won each of the Grand Tours with Roglic, with Vingegaard, and in both of those, it's been Sepp Kuss at the heart of it. While Van Aert this year didn't ride the same way he did in the previous years, where he really, for me, Wout van Aert could win a Grand Tour. I think he 100%, without a doubt, could win a Grand Tour. He is not the best. He's not the best pure climber, but he is so close. And then he is so dominant in other ways, the punchy stages, the time trials, that he absolutely could offset. Evenepoel is a Grand Tour winner. Remco Evenepoel is not as good of a climber as Wout van Aert. Now, circumstances were different. The riders in that race were not as strong. But 35K to go. Let's get water one final time here, setting ourselves up for the climb. Their dominance as a team has been immense. And Sepp Kuss has been right there for each and every one of those Grand Tour victories over the last few years. And as much as Wout van Aert has been also one of the absolute key cogs, Kuss has been right there. his breakaway stage where they went up the road and it was about Evenepoel intentionally trying to give away the jersey because he didn't want his team to have to do all the work for the entire race. I get it. That's obvious and that makes sense. And wow, look at the fatigue we are carrying prior to the climb. The 3 support climbers, Hanoch, who was on his own, that is gonna change things as we head up the climb itself. I mean, even Ashimwe and Mulebron Samuels are feeling it. We're gonna go ×1 speed here because I'm gonna have to be focused on this race if we're gonna have any success with it. Kuss getting so far out front, and even better for Jumbo-Visma, Lenny Martinez being out front there momentarily. Again, Martinez is right here, so this is actually really relevant with what's going on. Of course, it's a cycling game. It's okay to talk about cycling every once in a while, but anyway, for me, and most of you already know this, I'm not a big fan of Roglic. I think it's impressive what he's done. I think at 33 and about to turn 34, he's not the rider he was a couple years ago. He's still an elite climber. I don't think he is the climber he used to be. And what Jumbo-Visma have done over the last few days has been incredibly harsh. Incredibly harsh on... We're going to have to gel up for all of these guys, and then these 3 are going to have to start riding. Let's see what an 83 looks like. Can they hold their position on an 83? Not quite. Let's give them the 85 then. Holding near the front. There is no breakaway. There's 102 riders already. It's already shrunk. It's already down to 88 now. And all of the support's going to be gone here in just a moment. Hanoch is falling back. That's fine. He's useless to us now. I think Roglic is a great climber. I think he's still one of the top 10 climbers in the world, but I do not think that he is as strong as he once was. I think Jumbo-Visma's tactics... Sorry, I'm pausing here. I'll make this brief. I think Jumbo-Visma's tactics over the last few days of getting separation from the other GC contenders to ensure the podium, fine, totally understandable. But the time that they've been taking out of Kuss has been because of tactical moves, not because he didn't have the legs. If he's the leader and Vingegaard's on another team and attacking, Kuss is going to respond and cover it off, more or less, especially with the time that he had. On merit, he's lost 20 seconds, not the minutes that he had over them. He would be winning this race if Roglic and Vingegaard were on a different team and not riding for him. The time that he gained, where Lenny Martinez had more and lost it and dropped back and has, dropped out of the top 10, he's a good climber. Kuss is one of the best climbers in the world. He's one of those key reasons. He has saved Roglic's butt more times than I can count. Certainly more times than you can count on a hand. Probably more times than you can count on 2 hands. Anglerud, Roglic's win of La Vuelta was thanks to Kuss. He gets absolutely blown up and Kuss drops back and pulls him and saves his butt countless times. And now your domestique, your super domestique, is in a position when you've already won a Grand Tour this year, you've already won this particular Grand Tour multiple times. Roglic in the media, his interview for me a day ago, 2 days ago now, after the Anglerud, just disgusting. The way it's tearing him up inside to not attack his teammate. He did attack his teammate. He didn't ride for the red jersey wearer. He hasn't ridden for the red jersey wearer. Now, I just finished watching stage 18, where they did finally ride for him. They, Jumbo-Visma, Roglic did not. Roglic did not take a single turn, do a single thing. He sat on Kuss's wheel most of the time. He didn't attack him, but you could see how badly he wanted to in the interview after the stage the day prior. Says everything. And it's not just an interview that you need to hear or see the words written on a page. You have to see it. You have to see Roglic. See his eyes. See the way he just blinks uncontrollably over and over again when he tries to say he wants Kuss to do well. And then, straight face, staring right at that camera when he says, I want to race. He doesn't have a single win under his belt. Not one without a team. And Kuss has outclimbed him 1,000 times. I know Roglic is good. He is good. He's very good. But I would argue Wout van Aert's the best bike racer in the world right now. Vingegaard's the best pure climber in the world right now. Pogacar is certainly better, but okay, fine. Different team. Let's focus on Jumbo-Visma. Just Jumbo-Visma alone right now. Vingegaard's their best climber. Kuss is their second best climber. Wout van Aert is their third best climber. Roglic, fine. Okay, I'll give him fourth. I will give him fourth. But the way the team buries themselves for him is why he gets into the positions he is in. He's nothing without those guys. Not nothing. He's still one of the best climbers in the world. So again, it's a team sport. It is a team sport. It's not an individual sport. The individual might get the accolades, but it comes down to the team. And you could see it here with my tactics, right? As good as Samuels is, without the team to support him, without the team to get him into the position, he will not do well. And I fear that today is going to be a hard one with a deep field. I mean, we're pointed at Latour right now, and he's not even near the top of the list of guys. We might beat him. We might beat some of them. I think we're going to struggle to finish better than about 5th today with how things are looking. But we're at 4.8K, and we've got our 3 guys. Arengata still a little bit left in the tank, helping Samuels a little bit longer, and then Ashimwe and Mulebron will soon take over. In fact, I think I need to get the first of them. Ashimwe will gel up now, but back to La Vuelta to finish it up. Roglic's comments and behavior has not been good. And while I would give him 4th best climber on his team, Kruijswijk, Kelderman, Voss, half a dozen other guys are just a step below where Roglic is as a climber. And it's their protection, their lead-outs, Sepp, Kuss doing the dirty work. I suppose part of this, for me, because I know Roglic wants to win, I know Vingegaard wants to win, part of this for me is just the morality situation of you have something legendary that could happen. You could have 3 Grand Tour winners, all from your team in the same year. You could have all 3 of them crossing the line on the final stage together. You could have a super domestique being rewarded, taking a victory. The kind of message that sends. Wout van Aert is somebody who can win the Grand Tour, but he wants the individual accolades of stages. He wants the other jerseys. He does something differently, and he rides unselfishly. He'll be in the lead of the race, and he'll sacrifice himself to ride for Roglic, to ride for Vingegaard. And we've seen it time and time again. And Kuss, sacrifice. Kuss can go off and win a stage comfortably and see him drop back and pull Roglic and pull Vingegaard and do that dirty work. Like Van Aert, like Kelderman, like Kruijswijk. To see a chance for one of your other members to succeed should be something that makes you happy. Vingegaard has said as such. Vingegaard almost accidentally took the lead of the race, and it was kind of dirty how that was going, and that seemed like it was team-based to have them push on and do that and secure that podium. They're 3 minutes ahead. Nobody is stepping foot on that podium outside of those 3 guys as long as they finish the race. They're not going to pull an Evenepoel and lose damn near half an hour when you're still strong at one bad day. They're not going to lose that 27 minutes because they have the team, they have the support to help that rider lose a minute, lose 2 minutes. Now, if Kuss just flat out tanks, that's one thing. But he hasn't. He's ridden so well, and so many times when they attacked him, they were attacking the other GC guys. He could have responded. He could have been in that place, and he wouldn't have lost those minutes. So for him to be down to an 8-second lead, which I think is now back up, I didn't stick around long enough after the stage ended to see how many seconds he gained over Vingegaard. He's maybe 15, 20 seconds ahead now. Regardless. Sorry. Let's go racing, okay? Sorry. Kus deserves this. The world of cycling, the world of fandom deserves a Super Domestique win. To complete. See, that's the thing. It's to complete the trifecta. It's to complete the triple podium. It's to complete the underdog victory. The Leicester City coming away with Premier League title type story. It's a deserved thing. And maybe I'm carrying extra bias as an American to support him. But Roglic's behavior has been atrocious. He's the last guy that deserves it. He is absolutely the last guy to deserve it. But, of course, he's the one sitting in third place, not in first. But he's the one initiating and pushing and wanting to attack and wanting to leave Kus behind. His teammate. This is a sport where you don't get there without your team support. And Roglic never once would have gotten there without team support. Not once. He's not good enough. He is good. He is very good. He's absurdly good. But he or Pogacar or anyone or Samuels are not going to get there alone. It's a team sport. Let's continue on with this race. My bad. Sorry. Here we go. Schultz, Rivera, Goossens pushing. Arengana's just about done here. Still 4K. And I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Pepsi. Take your guys. There you go. Respond. And they do. They do. Okay, Malbron and Ashimwe need to give more effort because they are lagging behind Samuels a little bit here, and we need to switch focus. Ashimwe is going to protect now. Kevin Rivera, slight gap at the front, 2.7K now. Malbron, Gel. Okay, I'm starting to feel good about this. I'm starting to feel good about our position. 2K, it's on. It is on. Here we go. Ashimwe. Now, we don't want to ride 99 until or continually. You know what? Actually, we're going to go into that yellow bar status. Get out front. There you go. He rode to kind of get us out front just that little bit. 1.6K. Where's Samuels? Samuels is caught in traffic. Malbron's going to have to go clear. It's 1.1K anyway. Malbron. Come on. Come on, Samuels. Come on, Samuels. 600 meters. 500 meters. Everyone sprinted out. Samuels, can he overcome? He's going to get fourth. Or will he get into a higher position? Nope, red bar's gone. I think he's going to be fourth on the stage. Petrovic takes the stage. Honore, Paulus, and then Samuels will be right there. No time loss, though. So we are well placed in that overall. There's Lenny Martinez. Here's a gap. 17 seconds to Malbron. Should be given. There's another gap after Rivera. Should be given. We'll see what all is given. But Corbin is not there at the top. Short enough climb that we all kind of stay together still a bit more than I expected. I did think there would be more separation at the end of that one, but it was just short enough to keep the group mostly bunched up. But the little time gaps there at the top absolutely are given. Samuels and Martinez get same time as the top three. Malbron, Goossens lose 14 seconds, and then 21, 29, 36. And Petrovic, Honore, Paulus, 1, 2, 3, a second ahead of Samuels in fourth. Malbron is sixth. That's good points. That is good points. It's a top five. So close to being more, and it's a 1, 2, 3, 4 Pepsi. Hey, go figure, right? Other than Lenny Martinez kind of crashing the party, it's 1, 2, 3, 2 riders, 2 riders, 2 riders. I should kind of go down the order, and there's Latour, also Pepsi rider. Race done, 4th and 6th place confirmed, but we did get our stage win along the way, had a good overall result. Sponsor confidence needs to tick forward a day before we actually know what's going on with that. And we're still in the green, have not progressed into the higher tier, but we're looking pretty good. And as our race continues with the Tour of Algarve in Portugal, Tour de Var about to start, UAE Trophy. And yeah, it's one after another. This whole stretch is one after another. There's another one pro there. So are these. So we only have a single race in the next couple of weeks. That is not a key race, and that's a busy calendar with triple races happening at the same time. So crazy busy stretch for the team. We're starting to make the most of it, and we've got 2 more big ones coming up here for the next episode. That's going to do it for this one, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.